JT with Dark Horse Sports, and this is your crash course in TRX training. First, let's talk about some training techniques. Anytime I'm using the TRX straps, I want to make sure that 3 areas are always set. One is going to be my shoulders. That means I'm going to start my shoulders back and down. Then I'm going to make sure my core is braced. And now I'm making sure that my glutes are engaged. That means from my heels all the way to the top of my head will be a straight line. Once you feel that you've got that position, you're ready to start with the exercise. Now that we talked a little bit about technique, let's talk about exercise intensity. With any exercise, you're always trying to figure out how intense you want it to be for that exact set. For example, with the straps, anytime my feet are closer to the anchor point, this makes the exercise much more intense. However, by walking my feet away, it reduces the intensity. Something else you could do to help yourself, if need be, you can always make your feet a little bit wider. Making your base wider will also bring the intensity down as well. But no matter what, those 3 areas we talked about are always going to be set. Let's start by talking about 2 simple exercises used with the TRX, and we'll talk about how to change their intensity. The first one we'll talk about is the chest press. We'll start by making sure those 3 areas are nice and set, so my shoulders are back and down, my core is braced, and then my glutes are engaged. Now, I'm thinking about letting my elbows come towards my back, and I'm going to drive forward. If this feels a little bit too light or not challenging enough for me, I'm going to walk my feet back, and there I'll find my challenging set of reps. If need be, once you figure out where your feet should go for that exercise, sometimes a little life hack could be just putting something on the floor, and that way every time you do that set, you know exactly where you can put your feet and always get the same intensity for that workout. Next, we'll talk about strap length. You noticed whenever we're doing the chest press, we wanted these straps to be long, almost down to my ankles or shins. That's because whenever the anchor point is behind us, we need room for our body to be between the anchor point and the straps and the handles. And that's why we make the straps longer. But if we're going to be facing the anchor point, like maybe with a low row, I'm going to start by making these straps shorter. This is going to allow me to control the angle much better. And just like with the chest press, I'm worried about where my feet go. If my feet are far away from the anchor point, this makes the exercise very doable for me. But the farther I walk my feet towards the anchor, the more challenging this exercise becomes. At some point, you may be adding a grind to your chest press or to your low row. Here's what that would look like. For the grind, my idea is that even though I come down slow, I'm gonna focus on pushing with intent for at least 5 seconds to the top, coming down slow, taking another nice deep breath, and then with intent, pressing those 5 seconds to the top. Now remember, this doesn't have to be in an aggressive angle. You can always walk your feet forward to get that same idea to the bottom, deep breath, and a 5-second grind all the way to the top. Hopefully with these simple TRX tips, the TRX will become a formidable weapon in your fitness journey. Enjoy.